Nampak je, Leh?
Okay. Hopefully the internet and the Wi-Fi should be okay lah until the end of our session, because tadi memang dia disconnected and then I have to connect to the what we call that, the service again.
Cik Lee dah boleh start ke?
Okay, boleh.
Okay. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good morning to the speaker and all participants. We start our program today with Kitab Al-Fatihah. Our honorable speaker, Brother Nur Aziz, and all the participants. Attention to all the participants. Please ensure that your audio Zoom application is on silent mode. For the information, the attendance link will provide 30 minutes after the talk, and the feedback form link will be provided before 5 minutes the program ends. All the participants need to fill up the attendance and feedback form to get the CTB point. Without further ado, I would like to invite Brother Nur Aziz bin Abdul Aziz to give his talk. Please welcome.
Okay, thank you very much. Assalamualaikum. Thank you so much to Miss Chairperson, Sister Hikmah, and thank you everyone, staff of SASMEC at IUM, for your time to join our session. This is actually a santai session. I named the session. The title of the session is "Move On and Move Out to Move Up." This is a humble perspective from my humble self, and then to everyone, just to share experience with everyone. And then more or less, we have to make sure that this is a session which is a very interactive session, santai session, not so serious. We can discuss, we can exchange ideas, we can share our experience, we can share our stories with everyone here. I can see that we have at this moment of time we have 52 participants joining our session, and then I believe that some of our friends here are eager to fulfill their CTD points by attending this session, and the rest maybe we can, we want to have a santai session, we want to share experience, we want to share ideas, so on and so forth. This may be a cliche session, more or less like a motivation session, not to say that to motivate myself, but also to motivate everyone. We are here as one team. We are here to share our stories. We are here to listen to our friends. We are here to get our friends be motivated, and we are also here to move on, to move out, in order for us to move up in our life, not just in our life, but also in our career. Okay, when we're talking about move on, move up, in order to move up, it doesn't mean that only during our work time at our career, within our career, but also in our life as well. All right, and in our life, in our family, in our community. Okay, I would like to seek what we call that permission from everyone. I may be using two languages, BM, Bahasa Melayu, and also Bahasa Inggeris, for my session, so that everybody will feel comfortable. Everybody will be very expressive, to tell your experience, to share your experience, and to tell your story. Please be, jadi aktif sikit lah. Kita nak, we for ourselves and everyone here, kita boleh share sama-sama cerita kita, kita boleh share sama-sama untuk kita memotivasikan diri kita, kita boleh share sama-sama untuk motivate kawan-kawan kita. Why move on and move out, in order to move up in our life, is important. It is essential, so that everybody not just will be static at one point, but from time to time we are moving up one level in our life and also in our career lah, kan? Okay, so minta maaf banyak-banyak sebab tadi lebih kurang 30 minit saya struggle untuk share my screen, and also at the same time ada pula 2-3 kali yang internet disconnected. So I hope that after this tak adalah kot line internet disconnected, so that we can proceed with our session ni smoothly, and we end everything successfully lah for today's session. Alright. So relax, jangan tension, just enjoy the session. Macam saya cakap tadi, this is santai session. A humble perspective, I think that this is very important in our life. Hidup kena ada perubahan, hidup kena ada progress. So I believe that it is our responsibility lah to share whatever things that we have experienced in our life with our friends and with our community, so that kawan-kawan kita di sekeliling dan our staff and our bosses and our community dekat SASMEC ni akan sentiasa progress dalam hidup lah, not just about in our life but also, as I said, in our career. Okay, let's move on. Kan tajuk pun dah move on and move out to move up. Okay, so just a humble perspective before that. Before we begin, before we proceed, I would like to look to bring everyone to our agenda for this session. So first, we are going to look at the introduction part. Akan tengok sikit lah, just nak share with you, with everyone here, who am I, and then ask yourself about what are your goals in life, and also to look at the climbing the ladder faster. These are the tips yang kita nak share, these are the tips yang kita nak tengok. And then we are looking at the concept of hijrah in our life. We are look at the benefits and tips of what we call it. If let's say that anybody who wants to do to proceed what we call that staff attachment ke, nak buat secondment ke, nak further study ke. So we are going to look at the benefits and tips, and then bukan saja ada perks and benefit, but also at the same time ada juga cons. Cons is just the challenges, apa halangan dia, apa benda yang melimitkan kita daripada kita proceed. But that is not a negative thing, but it is something that we take it as a challenge. Hidup mana yang tak susah. Ini pernah anak saya sendiri yang cakap kat saya. Anak saya pada ketika itu umur dalam berapa belas tahun, dalam 12-13 tahun, dia pernah datang kat saya, dia cakap, bila mana kita memang ada hidup, memang ada macam-macam cabaran kan. Anak saya pernah cakap, ayah, kalau tak susah tak nama itu kehidupan. So that is the thing lah. Tapi something that memang give a great impact to me tau. Dia macam life, kalau tak susah tak nama lah, hidup nama dia. So that is from my daughter. So we are going to look at that, and then we are going to look at some words of encouragement, and then some lesson to learn, moral of the story from the session yang kita akan share, dan kita akan tengok, dan kita akan listen, dan kita akan dapatlah daripada from this session lah. Hopefully this session will be a beneficial session to not just to myself but to everyone here yang join our session today lah. Okay, at this moment I can see that ada 53 participants. Hope that everybody, kalau ada soalan nak tanya ke, kalau ada cerita nak di-share, please do so. This is just a santai session. Make yourself, relax yourself, and then kalau you rasa you nak tanya, you nak sembang, you nak share the story, then go ahead. Okay? So why? This session is just a sharing session. Why we have to move on? Why we have to move out? In order for us to move out, in order for us to move up in our life, and especially in our career lah, right? These are the agenda that we are going to look at today. Okay, now we move to the next slide. Right, most of the people, most of the staff, kawan-kawan, saya memang asal daripada Kedah. My education daripada sekolah rendah sampai sekolah menengah, and then saya had the opportunity to further to pursue my study dekat MRSM, lepas tu masuk ke UIA, lepas tu saya buat master dekat UPM, and then saya dapat opportunity untuk sambung buat professional diploma adalah dekat UMP. So this is my background of education. I believe that everybody yang ada kat sini, semua yang ada kat sini, semua hebat-hebat. Okay, everybody has their own experience. Everybody has a very excellent academic record. Semua orang from SASMEC, yang ada di SASMEC, yang di appoint di SASMEC, yang ada dalam komuniti SASMEC, yang ada dalam tim SASMEC, semuanya hebat-hebat. Semua ada cerita masing-masing, semua ada kelebihan masing-masing. So itulah yang membuatkan SASMEC itu kuat. Okay, that brings SASMEC up one level compared to other hospital university, from other university hospital. Okay, my work experience saya pernah when I graduated from URA in 98. My first job was as an English teacher, English lecturer dekat Kolej Legenda Langkawi for 2 years. And then I moved to as a trainer at time.com selama 3 tahun. Okay, customer service trainer dekat time.com. Kalau if you still remember the company, Timecell 017, that is where our training team was there for 3 years. And then the merging of the company with Maxis made us leave the company. We took VSS, and then we joined. I joined URA in 2003 up until now. Sampai sekarang saya masih lagi bekerja dengan URA. Now my latest attachment dekat SASMEC lah, yang jaga HR. Kalau ada masalah berkaitan dengan HR whatsoever, need to discuss and then need to talk to, and then you can refer to me, and you can also refer to my team, HRD, HRM, GA, and also my security management unit punya team. Okay, so from 2014 up until 2017, I did my secondment dekat Ministry of Higher Education as an education attaché, EM Education Malaysia, UK dan Ireland, dan saya dibasekan di Dublin, Ireland selama 3 tahun. So once I finish my secondment, I came back, join balik URA tahun 2017. Saya di MSD selama 2 tahun plus, 2 years plus, and then now I'm in SASMEC lah, heading the HR department. Okay. That is all about me, about my background, my education, and also my work experience. Saya tahu semua kat sini pun ada pengalaman yang sama macam saya, lebih kurang macam saya, tapi kita semua sama. Semua masing-masing ada kelebihan masing-masing dan kepakaran masing-masing. Okay, so that is the introduction about myself. Alright, so now I move to the next slide. Okay, this is my motto, always on, sentiasa on. Ini motivasi bagi saya, to tell you the truth that I'm not an excellent student during my time. Masa dekat sekolah rendah, taklah, biasa-biasa aja. Average student, masuk sekolah menengah pun average student, masuk universiti pun average student. Tetapi when I say that I am always on, meaning that if there is a responsibility that we need to take, if there is a challenge that we need to take, I will take it. Saya akan teruskan. So that is my motto. For us here, we have to think that to stay on top of our game, tak kira lah dalam life ke, dalam kerja kita ke, sebagai nurse ke, sebagai doktor ke, sebagai specialist ke, sebagai pakar ekonomi ke, sebagai pakar IT ke, di bahagian engineering ke, HR ke, whatsoever ke. To stay on top of our game, we need to be always eager and hungry for more. That is the success, the key success of our career and in our life. Alright? Itu yang saya nak bagi tahu lah. Kita ni sentiasa kena at every second we have to learn, we have to exchange our idea, we have to make, even though our junior staff, even though our junior friends also, we learn from them. Walaupun kita dah di tahap mana sekalipun, kita bukannya, we are not perfect. That is the thing. We are not the subject expert matter in everything. Tidak. So that is what I'm saying. Always on in the sense of always on to learn. Always on to be taught by somebody else. Always on to take the challenge. Always on to do this. Always on to do that. Always on to go down. Always on to go up. So that is the thing that we have to take into ourselves. Everybody here in SASMEC, not just in SASMEC, but in URA, in anywhere, tak kira lah kat mana-mana pun, in our family, in our community. So we are always on. Bila community masjid minta kita jadi sesuatu, organize program untuk masjid dan surau, kita always on. Okay. Bila anak kita minta kita buat sesuatu, isteri kita ataupun suami kita minta buat sesuatu untuk family, untuk keluarga, we are always on. Okay. We are always on to be the imam masa solat jemaah. We are always on to be the imam untuk solat jenazah. We are always on baca tahlil, tolong lead tahlil. Yes, that is on. Kita sentiasa bersedia to lead the way. That is the motto of the university. So we are here to must always be on. Must always be ready to be taught. Must always be ready to learn. Must always be ready to share. Bukan apa pun macam saya cakap, session ni is a santai session. Santai session, we are willing to share. Sebab we believe that everybody has their own experience, their own they are master in their certain fields. So need to be need to be taught, need to be trained, need to exchange, need to have this kind of intellectual discourse, so that everybody are in the know and everybody are in the loop, and then everybody has this what we call it the spirit of I want to learn. This what we call it, dulu orang panggil apa, lifelong learning kan, sentiasa belajar, right? So always on. Hope that everybody here always on. In order to move up, we have to be always on. Saya sentiasa bersedia. Ada benda yang boleh support what we call that our statement di sini, right? We look at the next session. Slide. Ask yourself. Saya nak tanya lah dekat sini, I just want to ask anybody lah. Tanyalah, saya nak tanya kat sini. What is your dream? First question, apa dream kita? Anybody nak share? Ada daripada 55 participant ni. What is your dream? You nak jadi apa? Ada siapa-siapa nak share? What is your dream? Tanya diri sendiri. You nak buat apa? Adakah kita nak stay with the same grade sampai kita pension? Adakah kita nak stay the same sampai dalam family kita, adakah kita nak stay macam tu saja sampai bila? What is your dream? What is your ambition? What is your career goal? Apa your mission in life? What is your plan? What you want to achieve? What if? Why not? Kalau kita nak berjaya, mengapa tak boleh? Mengapa aku perlu berjaya? Mengapa sekarang? Why we need to start? Okay. My question to the 56 participants, friends from SASMEC. Apa? Bagi tahulah cita-cita. You nak ke mana? Takkan nak stay di grade yang sama? Contoh, takkan nak duduk di 29 sampai bila-bila? Takkan nak duduk di 41 sampai bila-bila kan? Right? Anybody nak share? Jangan malu-malu, jangan segan. Something that we can tell your friend. Tak apalah, tak perlu state nama pun. Just bagi tahu je, what is your dream? Apa ambition you bila masuk SASMEC? Apa ambition you in life? Can we hear someone who wants to share other than my own staff ataupun admin staff ke yang saya kenal? Saya tengok dekat chat ni ada satu okey, ini tak ada kena mengena. Chat ni dia beritahu dia boleh sahaja. Okey, anybody? Senyap ni semua ni. Ada tak ada ni? Semua nampak kan slide saya dengan saya punya suara, dengar kan?
Dengar je, dengar.
So this is the thing that we have to ask yourself, okay? When we are doing something, in life, okay? So we have to ask. I believe that everybody has a dream, kan? Semua orang ada cita-cita, okay? So this is the thing that you have to ask yourself first. What you want to do in life, okay? Nak bekerja dengan tenang dan aman. Ni daripada Encik Muhammad Aris Yusof daripada Finance. Okay. Nak bekerja dengan tenang dan aman. Lagi siapa lagi? Kalau tak mau bercakap, if you don't want to mute, to unmute. You can state your answer in the chat box. Saya boleh baca daripada chat box ni. Apa lagi? Finance director, insyaAllah. Somebody wants to be the finance director. This is a leading role. Terima kasih Nazrin Shah. Siapa lagi? What is your dream? What is your ambition? Apa career in goal? Nak ada master. Okay, good. Lagi? Dah ada tiga respon daripada sahabat-sahabat kita di talian. To get promoted. Okay, this one everybody want. Siapa yang kat sini nak tanya tu terang sinilah. Siapa yang tak mau naik pangkat? Bagi tahu. Siapa yang tak mau, just bagi tahu. Tak mau, saya tak mau naik pangkat. Saya nak stay saja. Saya pernah jumpa staff, Cik Lee, saya tak mau pergi interview pun, saya nak stay saja. Sebab apa tak mau pergi interview ni? You have the opportunity to apply for promotion. You have been at this stage for dah 15 years, 20 years. Saya takut nak pergi interview lah, Cik Lee. Takut nak pergi interview sampai sanggup 2-3 kali punya offer promotion tak boleh. Tak mau apply. Sebab takut nak pergi interview. Kan saya memang kurang sikit lah this kind of response kan. Tak mau naik pangkat sebab takut nak pergi interview. But this one to get promoted, nak ada master, to be finance director. Ini semua ni cita-cita yang tinggi ni. Right, lagi, what is your plan in life? Okay, this is about career. What about life? What about life during this pandemic, post-COVID-19? Some of the people that we know, working as a pilot, working as an engineer, dekat company-company oil and gas, semua tak ada kerja. So what you want to achieve in life ni? Tak buat kerja ni, pilot pun, kapal terbang pun tak fly. So you see, post-pandemic, what is happening now? So apa plan in life? Your plan in life? We see a lot of our friends doing online businesses, doing business from home. Nak naik grade, nak jadi director admin, nak ada business sendiri. Nanti insyaAllah, good. So these are the things. These are ambition. These are the thing that we want in life. Kita nak benda ni sebab kita tahu these are the things yang akan improve our life. These are the things that will make us move up in our life. Will make us move up in our career. Ini yang dikatakan move on. Ini yang dikatakan move out in order to move up. Dalam bekerja nak dapatkan kebaikan kepada diri dan memberi kebaikan kepada orang lain. Okey, betul, bagus. Dia nak make good things to other people and to him or herself. Alright? Sebab kita hidup berjemaah, kita hidup berkomuniti. Okay, so that is her ambition. Thank you, Nur Hayati. Okay, what about the rest? Saya tahu. We know that everybody has a dream. We know that everybody has an ambition. And then what to do? Kita kena plan lah. Takkan kita nak duduk saja kan? So we are going to look at now. We are going to move, looking at what's next. Alright? You see, dalam research pun ada cakap, inform us that each person, each employee should renew his attitudes, his or her attitude, managerial skills. Managerial skills ni is not just about work related. Even dalam family pun kena ada managerial skills juga. Macam mana kita nak uruskan keluarga, right? In the community as well, right? And behavior by requirements of current day. What can you understand from this statement? This is a research statement done by in 2014. Meaning that bila mana ada perubahan dalam hidup, bila mana ada perubahan dalam masyarakat, bila ada perubahan, there's a change in the world, we have to be aligned with the current needs, with the current demand. Okay? Whatever happening now is not the same 20 and 30 years back. Contoh, sekarang ni dah post-pandemic, COVID-19, tak sama. The needs and the demand compared to 20 ataupun 10 tahun. Tak payah tunggu, tak payah tengok 20-30 tahun yang lepas, tengok yang 5 tahun yang lepas. Tengok yang 2 tahun yang lepas pun tak sama. So what we should do? We should renew our attitudes. We should renew our managerial skills, our skills, our knowledge. we also should renew our behavior by requirements of current date. Sekarang ni, dalam post-pandemic, apa yang demand? Kena relevan. Orang dah tak boleh keluar bekerja di pejabat seperti biasa. Orang work from home. Now the concept of working from home tu dah jadi satu benda yang top. To work in the office tu dah macam dah bukan something different because of the pandemic, post pandemic. So that is why we have to evolve. Kita kena belajar, kita kena tengok current need dia apa. Kita kena macam mana kita nak align kita punya hidup dengan the current need dan the current date sekarang. We have to move on. We have to move out. We have to move out from our comfort zone. We have to move on in our life. Some people say that working from home ni, the feel tu is totally 100% different. A lot of challenges kan, limitation working from home. Some may think that working from the office is still the best because people will be more focused. So these are the things that we have to be. We have to condone to it. We have to we have to accept the facts that we have to be relevant to the current needs. Okay, that is why this topic saya nampak is relevant lah. Kena move on, kena move out from our comfort zone, move on in our life so that we are going to be very relevant to the current demand, to the current world. Tengok, tak payah tengok jauh lah, tengok post pandemic sekarang ni, post covid sekarang ni macam still hidup kena terus makan kan, kena terus belajar macam mana nak hidup, macam mana nak survive. So these are the things that we have to think. We have to make it, we cannot be the resistance punya group kan. So these are the things that we have to be to what we call it, to accept life as it is at this moment lah. But not to say that kita kena be at the same level, tak ada perubahan, no. With progress, with improvement. These are the things that we have to think of, right? Soalan, saya tengok ada kat chat ada satu, saya go to the chat, success like Liverpool, even takes time. Betul. Betul pun, patient is another thing. Kan? Biarlah being trolled by haters, but still you will never walk alone lah. You will never walk alone tu is very relevant at this moment of time tau, dalam keadaan pandemik ni. You will never walk alone. Responsibility of everybody to take care of everybody. Sebab keluarlah lindung diri, lindung semua. That is showing that the what we call that, the meaning, the true meaning of you will never walk alone. Sorry kena cakap jugalah. You never walk alone ni sekarang ni memang very relevant. Kan? Community is the most important thing. Jaga community, jaga family, jaga diri, jaga kita, lindung diri, lindung semua. So it shows the true spirit of you will never walk alone. Sorry haters terpaksa cakap sebab ada dekat chat ni bercakap berkaitan dengan alright. Now we move to the next slide. Next slide, we are going to look. Okay. Tadi kan semua orang bercerita, everybody is talking about everybody wants to be a leader. Everybody wants to have improvement in their life, in their career. It shows that here, this is ongoing research case study from our HR team. Macam mana saya tak kata you all ni semua ada, everybody semua ada dream. Macam mana saya tak kata everybody semua ada ambition. Macam mana saya tak kata, macam mana kita tak kata semua orang sini yang semua nak jadi leader ni, semua nak ke depan, semua nak looking forward for the betterment in our life, looking forward for improvement in our life, looking forward for the best grade, the best salary, looking forward to be the leader in our community, to be what we call that, to be the what we call the leader in our community, the leader in our office, the leader in our life, the leader in our family, the leader in our community. Value-based leadership, a case study in SASMEC. This is an ongoing survey. Up until today, looking at the 569 responses, and the number is increasing, the responses, on the question related to I'm always ready to be a leader, 58.7% memang mengatakan they are ready to be a leader. The case study in SASMEC alone. This survey is ongoing. Kita tengah buat ni, value-based leadership ni. Itu menunjukkan, it shows that staff in SASMEC memang ada cita-cita untuk ke depan. Untuk lead jadi imam. Untuk lead jadi khalifah. When talking about the sejahtera academic framework ni kan. When talking about being a khalifah. So, dah ready dah ni, dia orang dah 58%. I believe that bila survey ni mencecah 1,000 responses, I believe we can receive more than 80% of our staff at the moment in SASMEC are ready to be a leader. This is for question number 25. When looking at question number 26, I am always ready to take over the leading role. Same percentage, 58.7%. Staff SASMEC ni ever ready when they are given responsibility, when they are given the leading role, they are ready. At this moment, from the 569 responses we received, this is ongoing survey. Okay, 58.7% of our staff, tak kira lah clinical ke non-clinical, they are ready to take the leading role when given a chance, when they are being assigned, when they are asked to take the responsibility. So 58.7%. Sebab tu saya kata, saya yakin we are ready to lead SASMEC at IUM. Because why? We have a pool of talent who are ready to be the leader. Right? Of course, with values lah. Right? That one, values-based leadership, that is under another questions. Because when we are talking about, are you ready to be the leader? What is your dream? I want to be the manager. I want to be the director. What is your ambition? I want to lead the company. I want to be the CEO. If that is the case, from the study, it shows that 58.7% staff SASMEC, they are ready. Kalau dapat markah dalam SPM tu 50% ke atas tu, kira lulus lah. Tidaklah, saya tidaklah kata, kalau kata ni 50% kata lulus, kalau kata 50 and below pun yalah, selalu markah fail tu berapa kan, but this 58.7 ni is a good indicator, it's a good percentage, because from 569 they responded, they are ready to take over the leading role. So good for SASMEC lah. Sebab tu Datuk Hospital Director selalu cakap, dia kata saya ada pool of staff yang bagus, only the best can join SASMEC. Itu Hospital Director punya statement, kan? Hospital Director pun pernah cakap, dia kata Jack Ma tu, dia pernah baca Jack Ma, dia tak pandai sangat pun, tapi dia recruit orang yang pandai untuk lead the company. So that is what we are talking about lah. We check the chat box. Oh, ni attendance Orang tanya pasal attendance lah. Okay, tak apa. We leave it to the secretariat about attendance. Now we move to the next slide. Few questions that will help you think about your goals. Where are you now? That is the thing. That is one thing, number one, that we have to look at. Where is our position now? You kat mana? Kita kat mana? Right? These are the few questions that will help us to think about our goals. Okay? Where are we now? Puas hati ke tak dengan apa yang kita ada sekarang? So that is the thing that we have to give answer to your question. What is our biggest achievement highlight of the past year? Nak tanya jugalah kawan-kawan, sahabat-sahabat yang di sini, what are your biggest achievement of the past year? Ada tak? Boleh masukkan dalam chat box kalau segan nak bercakap, kalau malu nak bercakap. Apa yang ada? Achievement yang tahun lepas. Frontliners, achievement lah tu. Please credit to yourself, give credit to yourself. Frontliners, that is your continuous achievement of the past year, right? Without the frontliners, hospital, medical center, the government, the country will collapse at this moment because we are experiencing COVID-19 kan. Apa strength you? What is your strength? What is our strength? Apa kekuatan aku What is your weaknesses? When there is a strength, there must be a weaknesses. Tanya diri sendiri, muhasabah diri. Apa kelebihan aku? Apa kekurangan aku? Macam mana? How can I improve our weaknesses? How can we improve our weaknesses? Weaknesses at our level, weaknesses at our community, weaknesses at our unit, weaknesses at our department, and also weaknesses of the organization, which is SASMEC. Macam mana kita nak improve? Mesti ada kekuatan, mesti ada kelemahan kan? Okay. When you have answered all the 5 questions above, now you look at where do you want to be in 1 year time? Kat mana you nak ada? Dalam setahun ni you nak ada di mana? Nak buat apa? So that one also you have to think of lah how. Okay. So next question, saya tak nampak kat sini soalan dia. Next will be where does your boss manager think you could be in the next year? Memanglah ada dekat, kalau dekat SASMEC ni memang dekat department yang sama lah kan. So tapi kena tengok jugalah, mungkin ada perubahan, mungkin ada penambahbaikan that need to be done. So these are the things that I think everybody has to, when we are setting our goal, kita nak tengok lah. These are the questions that you have to think of supaya kita dapat plan, if we can plan what we call that, our career and our life. Okay, right. Next, steps to climb the ladder faster. Okay, in any organization, we have to be a good team player. Even our superior, our manager, our team leader, our what we call that, our bosses, they also have to be a very good team player. There's a difference between manager and also a leader. That one you can get from any readings from the internet, from any books. The differences between a manager and a leader. All right. Be a team player, think and act a level above. Okay, if your department, your unit, your superior asks you to do 5 things, but you deliver 6 to 7. For example, contoh, right? So if let's say that the KPI is only 80%, but you deliver 85%, you deliver above the requirement, above the expected level. So that is another thing lah that we have to think of, right? Become an asset to the company. So but this one I start from the number 7, and then we go to the most important one, number 1 at the bottom. Be the asset of the company, to the company, not a liability. Jangan menyusahkan orang. Hidup jangan menyusahkan orang. Kalau kita hidup menyenangkan orang, Allah akan senangkan hidup kita. That is the rule that I think everybody knows. We have to hold to that statement. Dream beyond the job description. We have our own JD. Okay, so we have to dream beyond our job description. I was assigned to do this, but I want to do this. I want to do up to this. I want to do more. Right. Point number 3, saya tak berapa setuju sangat dengan work hard ni. For me personally, if I want to share with everyone, work smart first, and then work hard. Right? Those who work smart, definitely, they akan work hard lah. But the thing is, it should be work smart and work hard. Alright. Number 2 is the most important thing. Keep your networking. Kita ada kawan-kawan, we have friends, we have families working in other departments, working in other industry, in the community. So keep networking. This is when orang kata apa? Kena hidup berjemaah. So bila kita hidup berjemaah, kita akan, insya-Allah hidup kita akan senang sebab ada orang menjaga kita dan kita pun menjaga orang. So That is number 2 lah. What the most important thing, whatever things that you want to do, we have to make our plan. We want to be, okay, most of the people bila kita buat survey nak jadi kaya, nak ada pendapatan ekstra, mesti ada planning. So that is the thing lah, make a plan. Alright? Plan whatever things that you want in life, plan whatever things that you want in your career, and then you have to make sure that you work the plan. Alright? So that is number 1, the most important thing. Some encouragement lah, not to say lah this is 100% proven, but the thing is more or less when we do survey, when we look at when we read books on what we call that, on management, when we read books ataupun articles, journals from the internet, majority of the points more or less the same like this. Okay, in order to succeed in life, in order to climb our ladder faster, we have to make plan. Kita kena ada networking, kita kena work smart, we have to be the asset, and then we have to think and act a level above. And the most important thing, and I believe in an organization ni consists of numbers of people, so we have to be a good team player. Even the bosses, the superior also must be a good team player. Leaders is a good team player. Managers is another thing lah. So that is, I will encourage everyone to look at the difference between managers and leaders. Do your readings in order to move on. Do your readings, okay? Get yourself involved in research. Get yourself involved in publication, writing, so on and so forth lah. Not just good for yourself, but also good. It will be good to your unit, to your department, to your community, and to your family as well. Okay. Ada soalan ke? Tak ada. Alright, I move on. Kena move on. Tajuk pun move on lah. Right. When we're talking about move on, we are looking at the concept of hijrah. Okay. Concept of hijrah, it means that the hijrah is about the physical and moral. Okay. Cerita Rasulullah berhijrah daripada kota Mekah ke kota Madinah. This is a cliche punya cerita. When we talk about hijrah, is the hijrah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam from kota Madinah to from kota Mekah to kota Madinah. Bukan dia retreat sebab dia takut, tapi dia keluar untuk menyusun strategi untuk mendapatkan dia punya strong network, untuk dia plan smart, and then to work the plan, and then to work smart, so that bila dia datang balik ke Mekah dengan penuh kejayaan dalam menyebarkan syiar Islam. So that is the concept of hijrah. Physical, moving from one place to another. Some of our friends that we know, some of our family that we know, that they move out in order to, some people say they move out, orang berhijrah ni, keluar pindah ni sebab to some extent it will give more success maybe in that particular area. Let's say that people move out physically from one company to another company, from Malaysia, working in some parts of the world and other parts of the world, so that dia ada, orang kata apa, kejayaan dia punya apa yang dia impikan, apa yang dia punya ambition akan fulfill. Contoh, okay, that is the physical movement from one company you jump to another company. Okay, from one you are staying in one state and then you move to another state. You stay in one country and then you move to another country. Okay, so that is the physical movement. That when we want to relate the physical movement towards the story of our Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, physically move from Mekah to Madinah. That is physical move. And moral move is all about from yang tak berapa baik kepada yang lebih baik. So that is the moral move, daripada kejahilan kepada kebaikan. So that is the moral move. That is the concept of hijrah. Sebab tu when in life, when we're talking about move on and move out, tu It's all about the concept of hijrah. In order for us to achieve success, tak kira lah dalam apa benda yang kita buat, we have to take the concept of hijrah tu very close to ourselves. Right? Tak semestinya kita, yelah, but the thing is, memanglah orang cakap takkanlah kena nak berhijrah kan. Hijrah itu pengorbanan. Yes, hijrah itu satu pengorbanan. We sacrifice. Right? So tak semesti kita stay in one place, kita tak boleh dapat kejayaan. Tak, maksud saya dalam, walaupun kita stay in one place, even though we stay at one place, but still the concept of hijrah tu is still within yourself. Mungkin daripada benda yang tak berapa baik, you jadikan benda tu baik. So these are the concept of hijrah lah yang kita nak cakap ni, the move on and the move out. Whatever things we are looking at ni is all about the concept of hijrah. Kadang-kadang we stay at one place tapi we are not moving to another company, but the thing is we want to proceed. Macam mana aku nak menjadi lebih baik, macam mana aku nak menjadi lebih cerdik. So we decided to further our studies. We decided to do staff attachment dalam masa singkat 6 bulan setahun contoh. We decided to proceed with applying for secondment. We decided to read more. We decided to write more. We decided to mingle around with people more. That is hijrah. Okay, that is about hijrah. Right? It is something that we have to, you have to force yourself to move on. You tak boleh static into one thing. Sebab some from the experience that we have learned, from the experience that we have read, people move on in terms of physical and also moral in order to achieve success in their life. Banyak contoh dah yang kita baca. Nak cakap kat sini pun to share, I think everybody knows the success story of all the what we call the great people, great minds in the world, especially our Rasulullah, and then our top leaders, leaders in Malaysia, leaders of the world. So those people who have achieved success in business. So these are actually the concept of hijrah lah, right? Okay, we move to the next one. A bit of another concept of hijrah, even in Arabic language, it means move, pindah, right? The physical move from one place to another, that is hijrah. What hijrah is all about. Alright, like I said before, the movement of our Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam from Mecca to Madinah in order to what we call that, to spread Islam, menegakkan kebenaran dan meninggalkan keburukan dan kejahatan. This is the thing that merupakan lambang semangat ingin berubah. When you take the concept of hijrah close to yourself, it means that you are willing to change. To change not physically, but also to change in terms of your attitude, the way you think, and also your action. That is hijrah, right? To become a better person, to become a better person, to become to become a better person, to become a better Muslim, to become a better husband, to become a better wife, to become a better what we call that, employee, to become a better leader. So these are all the concept of hijrah. Okay. All right. So next, why we need to move ourselves? Why we need to move ourselves? Mengapa kita perlu make sure that kita ni tak fossilize, tak duduk statik, duduk sama je. Kita akan sentiasa evolve. The evolution. Mengapa perlu? Dia akan membuatkan kita lebih motivated. Okay. Keep us motivated. Contohnya macam sekarang ni kan, post pandemic, when we hear news, sad news, bad news, kita rasa down, kan? So why we need to, mendekatkan diri kita dengan Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala, mendekatkan diri kita dengan family, mendekatkan diri kita dengan kawan-kawan, menjadi lebih ikhlas dalam melakukan kerja, menjadi lebih bertanggungjawab. So why? Sebab benda ni akan membuatkan kita motivated, keep us motivated, give personal and work life direction. Bila kita ada benda-benda tu dalam diri kita, kita akan rasa kita ada hala tuju. Kita akan kembali ke jalan yang benar. Bunyi macam ustaz lah pula kan. So benda-benda macam ni, when we are sitting alone, muhasabah diri, kita akan nampak, bila aku ada, when we have family, when we have friends, when we are working, hidup kena ada matlamat. So why we must have this concept of hijrah in ourselves, why we must move on, why we have to move out, it will give this personal life direction. Kita ada measure, kita boleh measure, help us to measure our progress. Tahun lepas aku kat mana, aku punya apa, buat apa, tahun ni aku nak capai buat apa, tahun lepas aku buat apa, tahun ni aku nak buat apa. So these are the things that help us to progress in our life, help us to motivate ourselves. And then it also help us to celebrate achievement along the line. Aku ni taklah teruk sangat. Ada juga sumbangan aku kepada kejayaan SASMEC ni contoh. Ada juga kejayaan aku kepada sumbangan aku kepada kejayaan anak-anak aku. Ada jugalah sumbangan aku kepada kejayaan komuniti aku, orang surau aku, orang masjid. These are the things that we need to improve in our life. Kita kena, we have to improve. UIA punya motto, leading the way kan, leading the way, what we call that, leading the way, ada rahmatan lil alamin, being a khalifah, kena semarakkan budaya ikra, membaca, mencari ilmu, dan kita kena menjadi khalifah, to lead the community, to lead the office, and then at the same time we have to have mercy to all mankind, the rahmatan lil alamin tu. So these are the things, why we need to move on, why we need to move out, so on and so forth. These are the things lah, the 4 things that I can think of from my readings that I can sum up from my readings, and then I would like to share with everyone lah, right? Okay. Senyap semua, ada lagi ke kat sini? Siapa lagi ya? Ada 55. Alright. Kalau kata segan nak bercakap, you guys can write in the chat box lah, and then I will read the chat box yang ada kat sini. Right. Okay, these are the benefits of some of the things that we want. If let's say that you want to move on and move out, some of the benefits that you can get. If let's say that some of you want to do staff attachment, some of you wants to pursue your studies, some of you wants to to do secondment. So these are the benefits that you get, not just to yourself, but to others as well, especially to our university. Okay. We look at the new skills. Number one benefits that you can get is when you go out, okay, when you learn something, when you learn from your friends, when you learn from your superior, when you attend programs by the university or by SASMEC, you will learn new skills for IIUM and also for SASMEC. I believe that majority of us, some of us, we did our post-basic training, for example. We did our professional certification in safety, in quality. We went for courses at other respective institutions. So these are the new skills and knowledge that you learned, and then you will bring back to SASMEC. And then you will implement in SASMEC. That is the first benefit. Number two, gain new perspective. When we move out, when we move on, when we do our secondment, when we do our staff attachment, when we go out from SASMEC, when we go out from IIUM, we will gain new perspective. Siapa dekat sini, I know that majority of our clinical staff, they are from the government, from KKM. They work in government hospital. They work in private hospital. So when they come in to SASMEC, they have another perspective of working in IUM, working in SASMEC. Perspektif yang berbeza. Okay, bila kita keluar, kita belajar, kita jumpa orang, kita dapat kawan baru, kita dapat klik baru, kita dapat bos baru, kita akan dapat new perspektif. New corporate culture. Berbeza. Bekerja di UAE tak sama dengan bekerja di kementerian. Contoh, for example, bekerja di central agency, di state agency dan di federal agency tak sama dengan kerja dalam UAE. So that is new perspective, gain new perspective. Right, that is number 2. Benefits yang ketiga, we make new connection. We have friends in SASMEC, we have friends in IUM. When we go out, when we have opportunity to work in another agency outside UAE, kita akan buat new connection. That new connection is very important because that is the networking, the network that we will bring into IUM, to SASMEC. At the same time, our social life also is expanding lah. Daripada ada 10 orang kawan, dah jadi ada 50 orang kawan. Daripada 50, ada lagi 100 orang kawan. So, our network is getting bigger, expanding. So, that is what it makes, it means by making new connection. Right? Number 4, bila kita buat staff attachment, bila kita buat secondment, not just we are expanding our network, it is low risk opportunity sebab kita ada kerja hakiki kita di sini. Kerja hakiki kita di sini yang masih lagi selamat, even though we are doing, because when we go out, say like kita further study, balik bila kita dah habis study, kita ada kerja. Kerja kita dah memang confirm lah dekat sini, because this is our core business, this is our core job, right? And then bila kita pergi ke buat attachment ke whatsoever, tak perlu risau, habis kontrak di sana, kita akan balik bekerja di sini. That is what it means by low risk opportunity, right? Daripada, when we want to compare to you resign, you pergi, and then belum tentu whatever things that you want to have, whatever things that you get there, you dah pernah dapat di sini. So that is another thing lah that you have to think of. Valuable addition to IUM and our career. This is another thing that whatever things, experience, learning, what we call that, apa yang you dapat dari segi experience, dari segi apa yang you belajar, knowledge, skills, will be an added values to IUM, to SASMEC, and also to our career, right? When we talk about job satisfaction, it is all about, where di sini you happy, di sana pun you are satisfied with your job. So that is another additional, we call that job satisfaction lah. Job satisfaction of doing the secondment. Sebab you tahu, maybe the culture is totally different and you enjoy the culture. So even though whatever things that it takes there, so you are going to be very satisfied, and then you will bring back something lah. Because sometimes when you are too long in one company, for example, let's say 10 tahun you dekat job scope you sama saja, but when you had the opportunity, when you have the opportunity to go out and then to learn something from other companies, from other agencies, that will be another issue. That will be another thing that will make you satisfied lah with the things that you are doing related to your job. Okay, that is the first, I think 6 benefits that I would like to share with you lah. If you have the time, if you have the chance, if you have the opportunity to go for staff attachment, to go for secondment, to pursue your study, to learn something new, and to venture into readings, to venture into research, publication. Okay, the benefits that you will get, not just to yourself, but also to your family, to your organization, right? Now we move to the next slide. Okay, wait, dia dah ni dah. Okay, the next slide. is tips. Sebelum, okay, some tips before we move on in our life, move out. Let's say that you want to make sure that you want to pursue, you have plan, you want to pursue your study, okay, fine. You want to do your staff attachment, fine. You want to do secondment, okay. These are the tips that I would like to share with everyone. First thing first, you have to do your own research. Make sure that you do your own research to make sure the details of the what we call it, the advertisement, the details of the job, the details of the things that you want to do. Make your own research. Right? Make sure benda tu apa, berkaitan dengan apa, nak buat apa, macam mana, nature of the business and everything, so on and so forth. And then you will, once you are ready, once you have done with your research, then you go and do your application. For example, you get it in writing, make sure everything is black and white. Make sure everything is written, the perks, the benefits, so on and so forth, the pro and cons of the attachment whatsoever from the company. And then, so that easy for you to prepare, you have to be prepared mentally and physically. All right, in order for you to move on, to move out, to apply for study leave, to apply for staff attachment, make sure you are mentally and physically prepared. Sebab sometimes macam saya cakap lah, there are things that related to agreement. Bila you go for what we call that study leave, dia ada agreement dia tersendiri. Ada bondage dia. So these are the things that you have to be prepared lah, mentally and physically. Next will be the know your colleague. Let's say that kalau buat staff attachment, sebelum you pergi buat staff attachment tu, you dah study dah about that particular company. You dah tengok dah department tu apa dia. Sebab tu saya kata bila you buat research, when you do research, you dah tahu dah skop kerja kat company tu apa, department yang you akan attach tu dia buat apa, JD dia apa. At the same time, you have to know the staff yang ada kat sana tu. Walaupun you tak pergi lagi, you dah get in touch dengan dia orang. Right? Sebab they know that, oh, you are coming for attachment, you are coming for secondment. And then, untuk yang further study pula, you have to know your colleague juga. Siapa yang akan join aku sekali yang dalam aku nak buat study leave ni? Siapa bakal student? Sebab looking at the current situation during the pandemic ni, universities, even though before they register, university students who are going for registration this October, before they enter dia orang punya kuliah ataupun faculty, they already have their own WhatsApp group now. Padahal dia orang tak kenal lagi sesama mereka dalam WhatsApp group tu. So that is what it means by know your new colleague. So they know that, oh, this WhatsApp group is all future medical students of this particular university. So that easy for you. Bila you dah sampai, you dah kenal, you make new friends way before you register for that particular course. Way before you know your friends, your new friends way before you go for your staff attachment. So with that research, you will know your colleague, you will know your job scope, you will know the department punya kerja, the agency tu punya kerja apa dia. So that is the thing that you have to do lah, right? Next, always in contact with current team. Current team, bila you dah pergi, you pergi secondment saja, you pergi staff attachment sahaja, you pergi study leave sahaja. Sebab apa? Plan saya ni, saya nak move on, saya nak move up in our life, in my life and in my career. Janganlah you tinggal kawan-kawan yang ada di SASMEC. Sebab you akan balik join dia orang. Kita akan join team kita balik. Sebab hakikinya di sini. Contoh, right? Always in contact with our current team. Walaupun kita pergi study leave sebab kita nak belajar, nak expand, nak enhance, nak move on, nak move up, nak move out. Tapi kita kena ingat, always in contact with our current team. Nak tahu progress dekat team tu macam mana. Contoh, saya bagi those who will go for study leave for 4-5 years ke, 2 years, 3 years, 1 year. Jangan lupa kawan-kawan kat office sebab you akan balik kerja balik dengan dia orang. So we have to stick with our current team. Okay? memang kita dah ada kawan-kawan baru di tempat yang kita buat study leave ke, yang tempat yang kita buat secondment ke, but kawan still berkawan. Kawan lama pun di tempat lama pun kita kena get in touch, sebab kita bila kita balik nanti kita dah tahu dah progress kat mana. Dulu when we leave the office, only 5% of that work being done. Mana tahu bila you dah balik after 2 years dah 100% dah. Kalau kata ourselves is not in touch with our current team, macam mana kita nak tahu the progress tu, apa yang jadi, everything so on and so forth. So that is why the next tip is to always in contact with our current team, even though we have our new colleague and our friends in the new place. Right? These are the first five tips. Research, get it in writing. Penting tu sebab ada legal di situ, sebab ada contract agreement di situ. Prepare mentally and physically, know your new colleague, and also always in contact with our current team. Right, we move on. Bila kita nak decided to venture into something new, bila kita nak venture into, aku nak membaca, I want to read more, I want to write more, I want to do research, I want to further my study, I want to learn, I want to read, I want to do staff attachment, I want to make friends, I want to do this, I want to do that. The most important thing, you must know, we must know what we want from it. Apa yang kita nak sebenarnya? What do we want from it? When we further our study, when kita balik ada master, ada PhD, apa kita nak? What we want in life. So that is another tips. Ask for feedback early. Maksudnya before we do, when we have this master paper, when we graduated with PhD, what learn from those who have done, belajar ataupun ask them, yang mana yang kawan-kawan kita yang pernah buat master PhD, apa dia orang buat selepas dia orang dapat master dan PhD. Tanya kawan-kawan kita yang buat staff attachment, apa dia orang buat, supaya kita dapat buat kita punya own decision. Right? Grow contacts tu is more or less the same as expanding the network lah. Kita tanya orang, kita expand our network, kita expand our friend circle, so on and so forth. Alright? When we are coming back, kita kena debrief and evaluate. Kan tadi tips yang nombor 1 tu, kita dah plan apa kita nak kan. Okay, bila kita dah habis semua tu, bila kita dah habis kita punya study leave kan, bila kita dah habis kita punya secondment ataupun staff attachment, kita buat debriefing session, kita evaluate apa yang kita dapat. What do we get from that particular experience? Right? We decided to have that. Buat debriefing balik. Kita evaluate balik apa yang boleh kita ambil, kan? Apa yang boleh kita tinggal, apa yang kita boleh bawa balik dan kita implement di tempat lama kita. Maksudnya di SASMEC contoh, for example, di IDUIA. What are the things? These are the things that you have to do on your own, right? So that whatever decision, whatever things that you do will be beneficial not just to you but also to the agency, to your community, and to your department and to your employer. Alright? Put your new skills into action upon returning. Balik tu jangan duk seronok. Saya rasa ada setengah some of my friends they went for secondment. Yalah, pergi secondment pun dekat overseas kan. Balik dia dah macam jadi down sikit. Sebab apa? Dia kata 3 tahun duduk sana bestnya. Duduk overseas bestnya, kerja kat sana. Bila balik ke sini, alah Malaysia. No. That is not the good way of dealing with such feeling. Opportunity tu datang sekali saja. Then you have to know, bila you dah tahu dah benda tu is a contract based punya appointment, meaning that you are not going to stay there for long. You are not going to stay there permanently. At one time when you were asked to come back, you have to come back and serve the nation, serve the country. So that is the thing that you have to do, right? Jangan kita rasa down at the same time you don't want to do anything lah. Because why? You rasa dah tak bestnya kerja kat Malaysia. No such thing, right? Straight away, you have to put your new skills into action upon returning. That is why debriefing and evaluating session tu is very important. You dah tahu dah skill apa yang you kena buat. Nak kena share dengan kawan-kawan ni. Skill apa yang you kena, knowledge apa dan skill apa yang kita nak share dengan kawan-kawan supaya SASMEC jadi lebih bagus. Culture sebelum ni macam ni. Saya nak bawa culture ni di SASMEC, di department saya supaya jadi lebih bagus. Supaya anak-anak buah saya lebih motivation. Supaya anak-anak buah saya belajar skill-skill baru. Supaya anak buah saya tahu culture ni macam ni boleh hidup dalam keadaan macam ni. So these are the things that we have to put into action upon returning. Jangan terlampau down sangat, tak tahu nak buat apa, tak seronok kerja kat Malaysia, panas apa kan, kat overseas best 5 tahun duduk sana, nak kerja dengan orang putih macam ni. So, what's up with everything? Kan? You kerja dengan orang putih, bawa culture tu, kerja dengan orang putih, dengan anak-anak buah kita. Everybody needs to be guided. Everybody need to be you have to train, need to be trained, need to be groomed. Not just our subordinates, not just our what we call it, our staff, but also ourselves pun. Kita pun kena juga. Kita bukan nak kata kita perfect kan. So these are the tips that you have to do. Tips that you can take kalau kata nak buat decision whatsoever. Tips, research, get in writing, prepare. Know your new colleague, always in contact with current team. And then next, know what you want from it. Ask for feedback early, grow contact, debrief, evaluate, and put your new skills into action upon returning. And the most important thing, ini memang saya selalu cakap. Saya pergi mana-mana pun, saya rasa ramai dah sekarang ni dalam keadaan culture sekarang ni. Whatever things that you do, you have to document it. Tulis. Jangan you kerja 10 tahun sebagai pharmacist. Contoh jangan you dah kerja 30 tahun sebagai pharmacist, you dah kerja 30 tahun sebagai specialist, you dah kerja 30 tahun sebagai administrator, pegawai tadbir, PTD ke, pegawai sains, pegawai kesihatan, pegawai lawyer ke whatsoever. Kalau you tak dokumen you punya kejayaan, you tak dokumen you punya kerja, it will be a waste of time. Sebab everybody yang ada dekat sini, semua is very important. Semua ada pengalaman masing-masing yang boleh dikongsi untuk generasi yang akan datang. Make sure when you go back to your own place, contoh after you finish your study leave, after you finish your secondment, after you finish your staff attachment, after you pergi mana-mana training ke, conference ke, present paper ke, kat mana-mana sekalipun in this world, make sure you document your work, your journey, your story. Tak kisahlah you nak print jadi buku ke, e-book ke, you kena buat. So that your legacy itu akan sentiasa ada. Will be a referral to the new generation. Right? This is what I did for myself. Sepanjang 3 tahun saya menjadi education attaché di UK dan Ireland, all my reports for 3 years saya bukukan dalam e-book saya. From the desk of the education attaché Ireland, compilation of official reports, documents and notes daripada tahun 2014 sampai 2017. Semua report yang saya hantar kepada Wisma Putra, kepada duta, kepada Kementerian Pengajian Tinggi, kepada pengarah saya di London pada ketika itu, sepanjang 3 tahun punya dokumen report saya dokumenkan dalam satu e-book. Dan insya-Allah kalau kata everything goes well, saya masih lagi mengumpul cita-cita, saya abadikan cerita dan pengalaman saya itu dalam travelog Amanah di Bumi Island, cerita dari Listen Park. Daripada first day applying sampailah saya balik. These are the things that we have to do now. Saya rasa agenda, the agenda of the university as well to document all the things that we are doing. Even now at URA level, all administrators are encouraged to write books, to publish and also to do research. So benda ni nampak akademik lah kan, but the thing is bila once you start, you will enjoy the what we call the journey. You know, you start to read more, you start to write more, you start to share with people, you start to do things, you know. people like macam come together, santai, listen to your story, people exchange. These are the things that is good at this moment, right? Because now we have very limited physical movement. So what to do in order to stimulate our brain, in order to stimulate our body, in order to stimulate our soul? So we have to engage ourselves with something beneficial. Bunyi klise kan, macam lah poyonya Azli ni kan. But the thing is, I think we have to move on. We have to share, we have to move on in order for us to move up, not just in our life, but also in our career. So these are the tips that I would like to share with everyone. So apart from the benefits too, benefits and tips for those who wants to do, to go out, to move on in order to pursue the study, in order to do staff attachment, in order to venture into new ideas, into new hobbies, into new activities. So these are the tips that you can get from any good reads from internet and also from the books on the shelf lah, dekat mana-mana kedai buku ada boleh baca. Right? Okay. Now we move to cons. These are the things that, yes, it is a con, but take it as a challenge. Take it as a challenge. Macam saya cakap tadi, fitting back into permanent rules. When we do secondment, when we go out, study leave is best. For me personally, is the best time lah study leave sebab you get 2 years exemption in order for you to focus on your study. Fokus je, tak fikir pasal kerja. Dah selesai. Pergi kelas je. Buat assignment, buat thesis, buat research, okay fine, betul. Pergi secondment, pergi staff attachment, katalah staff attachment tu dekat Petronas, for example, 2 tahun, contoh lah. Tu best lah, culture Petronas best. Kan? Kerja kat KLCC, dapatlah all these perks and benefits, best environment pergi kerja kan. Lepas tu dapat pula kalau buat staff secondment pergi overseas saya 3 tahun tu dekat Dublin, anak-anak semua sekolah kat sana, dari sekolah tadika sampai sekolah menengah. Tu best. Bini saya cuti tanpa gaji 3 tahun. Hari-hari tak buat apa. Hantar anak sekolah, lepas tu dia jalan lepak kedai kopi, minum kopi, setiap hari minum kopi, lepas tu shopping. Best lah, life best lah. Tak payah fikir kerja. Tetapi when my terms ended, nak balik Malaysia, nak fitting back into permanent rules tu, balik ke UAE balik. That is a challenge, right? A challenge to some people, like for me personally, taking a challenge bukan nak balik UAE balik, kena pula duduk kat MSD kan. MSD, Bobak, okay fine. Right? And then my wife, 3 tahun, 3 years cuti tanpa gaji. Cuti tanpa gaji tak buat apa-apa, so nak balik-balik mengajar. She's a lecturer dekat Selpet, Gombak, kena belajar, nak kena buat timetable, nak kena buat exam, and then nak kena lecture. Fitting back into permanent role is a very challenging part. Tapi you have to be muhasabah diri lah, kena take it lah, accept it, because that is what we call that. Inilah tugas hakiki kita di UAE. Pengalaman 3 tahun sebagai pengalaman yang boleh kita bawa untuk memajukan diri kita dan memajukan UAE. Right? Getting long term value from it lah. How to get the long term value from it. Values tu ada, opportunity tu ada. So sometimes bila kita dah tahu, bila kita dah dapat that kind of experience, and then we tend not to keep that value to ourselves. We don't want to we don't want to share with other people. So that is another concern. Some of it ada, yeah, right? Upheaval to work and life. Alright, the concept for example that I will take that for those who are on staff attachment and also on secondment, sometimes the places tu memang at first you tak biasa, new places, macam saya and my family and some of our friends, they have to move from one country to another. Macam mana kita nak fit into that community? Being the minority in that particular country, macam mana? Sekolah anak-anak semua mak saleh, anak saya seorang je Islam dan Melayu di situ. Macam mana kita nak fit the culture? And then the culture of working with all the mak saleh there in Europe, in UK, in Dublin contoh. Those yang pergi study leave contoh, kadang-kadang you are in Kuantan for example, but you have to some people kena buat attachment ataupun study leave dekat Sabah, Sarawak. Macam mana you nak fit to the work environment, to life environment? That is totally new to you. So that is the thing lah, the cons that I can share with you guys. The third one is not always clearly defined. We have to be very careful. That's what I'm saying. Make sure the document tu is clearly defined. Yang agreement, appointment letter, advertisement must be clearly defined so that bila you dah sampai sana, you tak tertipu. Some people love to take advantage, right? They will give all the best benefit perks, but actually it was just only on paper. Bila sampai sana, alamak tak dapat semua benda ni lah. So that it will demotivate ourselves lah. It must make sure everything must be clearly defined. Contohnya macam yang apa from Indonesia semua tu kan kita dah dengar, dijanjikan kerja di restoran, bila sampai di Malaysia di sini kerja jadi maid, contoh. This is the thing that we have to take into account lah. Legalities can be confusing. It's all about legal document. Make sure that you refer to somebody who are well versed about legal. Okay, friends yang ada, saudara mara yang ada, families, make sure it must be clearly defined. Not you kalau you confused, refer to people. Okay, so these are the cons that I would like to share with everyone lah. Right. Okay, next is words of encouragement and lesson learned. Apa yang kita dapat daripada session ni that I would like to share with you guys. Right, words of encouragement I would like to give to everyone. If you don't move on and move out, you don't move up. So that is number one. If you want to have a progress in your life, you have to evolve. Right? Kita kena ada, hidup kena ada perubahan. Okay, bagi Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala as well, Allah pun cakap, permulaan itu tak penting. Yang penting bagaimana pengakhiran kita ketika kita kembali kepada dia. So that thing shows that umat Islam mesti ada perubahan, mesti ada pembaharuan, mesti ada perubahan daripada keburukan kepada kebaikan. So that is the thing in our life as well. If you are stick to one thing, if you are static, you are not going to go anywhere. That is why we always encourage our staff, our people, our friends, even our daughter, even our children to learn, to go out, to explore the world, to experience, to be opportunists, right? In order for you to move up, to be better in your life, in your study, right? Life is a reality to be experienced, and exposure counts. This is very important. We have our friends who are younger than us. We have our friends who are same age as us. We have our friends who are older than us, but motivate each other for them to go out, learn, right? To experience things, to go and expose themselves, okay? So that we can become better, right? So that we can be the asset to our organization, right? Be an opportunist because opportunity waits for no man, right? Opportunist, jangan peluang tu kalau dapat teruskanlah, teruskan. Kita tak tahu rezeki masing-masing. Rezeki ini ditentukan oleh Allah SWT. Kalau kata rezeki itu di tangan kita dah sampai kita, tidak ada tangan yang akan boleh menidakkan rezeki itu kalau Allah dah letakkan benda itu pada kita. Okay, ada peluang, cari peluang. Cari peluang untuk belajar, cari peluang untuk hidup. Ramai dah sekarang ni dalam post pandemic, we have seen people are being opportunists, in order to improve their life. Some of the pilots that I know, my cousins, 2 orang pilot, Malindo dengan Mas, dua-dua dah tak ada kerja, pilot. Dulu hidup lavishly, Now tak ada kerja. Engineer, my another cousin engineer Asia, the pioneer engineer Asia tak ada kerja sekarang. Kena retrench because of pandemic. Right? What are they doing? Right? Dia orang buat business online, dia orang buat business from home. Right? In order to improve their life. Banyak kes macam tu. Ramai orang dah involved into business. We have seen during the pandemic, we have a lot. We can see a lot of food stalls by the roadside. Okay, and then also there are also business from home. You know, these are people who are opportunists. They want to. They are being opportunists. They are taking the opportunity in order for them to improve their life. Right. Again, it goes back to the concept of hijrah. Macam saya cakap tadi lah, words of encouragement. Nothing great was ever achieved without hijrah. So keep on moving, guys. Keep on moving. Don't stick at one place for too long. Nanti kalau dah fossilize, kalau dah kematu, then susah. Alright? Keep on moving. Okay? If you don't have hobbies, get a hobby in order for you to, to stimulate your mind, to stimulate your body, to stimulate your soul and everything. Okay? What else? If you think that you need to learn something, go ahead. Read books, write something, publish something, do research. When we have research, it means that we have new knowledge. Right? What else? Saya main SASMEC ni, when I come to SASMEC, I make friends, a lot of friends, even good bosses, superiors. Yang sebelum ni, when I was in Gombak, I've never knew them. Some I know them, but I never knew them. That these are the people who can be friends, and at the same time they can be our bosses, our leaders. Saya buat banyak kawan from the clinical side. And then I venture into, I reinvented. Saya masuk balik. Dulu pernah suka mengayuh. Saya kayuh bicycle sekarang ni. Join the team, the SASMEC riders team. Okay. What else? I decided I have to write something. I have to share with all these people, my friends in SASMEC. Mana yang saya boleh rasa saya boleh share session, benefits to everyone. You also will benefit sebab at the end pun akan dapat CTD point, knowledge pun kita dapat, kita share everything. So let it be lah, let it be. Sharing is tak ada cost apa pun. So we have to move on. Keep on moving. Apa lagi saya nak buat ni? Dah umur 47 ni dah macam macam-macam nak buat. What else? What is your passion? Go ahead, buat. Okay? But still, kalau nak menang memang tak senang lah. We have to work hard. We have to not to say work hard. Work smart. Kalau nak menang tak senang. Tapi kalau kalah pun tak salah. Buat lagi. Itu saja motivasi hidup. Bunyi klise kan. Ini motivator ke apa? No, I'm not a motivator. I just like to share whatever things that I've gone through, that I've learned, kita share. Right? Kalau nak menang tak senang. Tapi kalau kalah tak salah. Buat lagi sampai kita menang. That is my quote that I would like to share with everyone. To achieve more, to evolve, without hijrah, takkan berjaya. So we have to keep on moving. Okay. So saya ada tengok dekat chat ni ada soalan. How to avoid being a judgmental person? Yes, we need to move out. Betul, move out. In the sense of move out from your comfort zone. So we have to take the challenge lah. Kau move out from the comfort zone. Jangan terlalu selesa sangat. Don't be too laid back. Don't be too laid back. Don't be too comfortable. Allah pun suruh kita progress in life. Being a khalifah, daripada tak tahu apa-apa jadi tahu apa-apa. Daripada tak boleh baca doa di akhir solat dah boleh baca doa di akhir solat. Daripada tak boleh jadi imam solat jenazah, kita dah boleh jadi imam solat jenazah. Kita menjadi imam untuk orang lain dan untuk family kita. Right? How to avoid being a judgmental person? Kita senang je. Dengan how to avoid being a judgmental person. My advice, we have to have an open heart. Dengan hati yang terbuka, think of dengan ketenangan, hati yang terbuka, think of not everybody is perfect. Kita pun tak perfect. Nobody is perfect. Siapa cakap kita ni 100% perfect? Tak, kita pun tak perfect. So we have to redha. Kita kena hidup dengan hati yang open mind, open heart. Okay? Husnuzon, yes, at one point. But the thing is, kalau kita rasa kita kena ada keikhlasan dalam jiwa kita, itu kita pun make our heart and ourselves, our mind to open, insyaAllah kita takkanlah jadi judgemental sangat terhadap orang lain. Okey, adalah tak. Itu tak semua. So even myself also is not perfect. So we have to be that kind of mindset and mentality lah. Okay, next, lesson learned, career, our new platform for innovation and collaboration. In our career is actually our new platform for innovation and collaboration, right? That we have to take it to ourselves, right? Opportunity is for us to reset. The opportunity comes is for us to reset, realign, rejuvenate, and reform ourselves, so that when everything starts from ourselves, bila kita dapat opportunity, kita boleh berpeluang untuk reset, realign, rejuvenate, and reform, so that we can contribute more and even better to our community and our organization. Right? Education is very important. Another thing is education is all about upskilling and our personal and professional growth. Right? Not just, like I said, not just to ourselves, but also it will contribute even better to our organization, our office, and our department lah. All right? These are the 3 lessons learned that I can share with everyone. Next, I think the past is our road to success. We are the one who decide. All right? The success of ourselves and the success of our teammates will ensure the success of our business. So it means that in SASMEC, our core business is about health services. So if let's say that we have a pool of talent, right, and decided that this pool of talent is the best talent that we have, it will also motivate our teammates, and also it will also contribute to the success of SASMEC as a whole. So who are we? We are the one. We decide our path. We decide where we want to go. We decide what we want to be. All right, for the benefit not just to ourselves, but also to our agency and our organization. All right. Okay. So next is, I think that's all. So any question and concerns that we would like to share, I would like to hear something from you guys, from everyone here. I think my session will end shortly, so this will be the thing. I think the last slide, the second last slide. Any questions that we want to share? Kalau ada orang nak share story ke, kalau ada orang nak share whatever things that you want to share, please do so. You can either write in the chat box, or you can just speak it up. Unmute and then you just can speak it up. We have 55 participants during the session. The title, I think, I hope that my session is with the title of Move On and Move Out in order to move up. A humble perspective will benefit everyone. I'm not saying that I'm the best, but I just know that I need to share this with everyone. I'm not the best, but I'm sharing this just to, motivate myself, motivate everybody, so that we will have, we will have the aim to be a better person. If you are thinking of going for attachment, secondment, to pursue your study, to venture into new hobbies, to venture into something different. So this hope that the benefits and the tips and the cons, and also the things that we have learned, things that we have discussed here may be beneficial for you to make your decision, right? So with that, I will, if there is no question and concerns from everyone here, I will sign off. Thank you so much, and I'm signing off from my session. Thank you for your time. Thank you, everyone. Hope that we can meet again in another session. Kalau saya rasa saya ada benda saya nak share, saya share je lah. Sebelum ni saya buat TNA dengan job description. Now I'm sharing this. This is more generic punya items, something not to do with your job and our job, but something got to do with our, our life, our motivation, so on and so forth. Okay. Wait, I have feedback form kat sini. Is there any specific pathway that we can follow in order to climb up the ladder in our career development? Yes, we do have that specific pathway that we can follow in order to climb up the ladder in our career development. Yes, we do have. That is why if you notice in our Huris, there is a CV online. Whatever achievement, whatever things that you do in your life, let's say that you publish book, you write a story, whatsoever, you may upload everything in that CV resume in your CV online, right? Specific pathway, depending on your, what we call it, on your, where are you now? Let's say that you are from the support group. So if there is a specific pathway, if let's say that you want to go up to, let's say that you are now in grade 29, for example, but you want to go up to grade 41, for example, then there are things that you need to do in order for you to be promoted to grade 41. So if you are talking about that specific pathway, yes, we do have that guideline. We do have that steps. What are the things that you should do in order for you to go up the ladder, for example. Okay. What else? Ada 2 message pula masuk. Okay, thank you for sharing. Okay, terima kasih Cik Lee. Tak apa, thank you Cik Lee for sharing. Okay, alright. Right, we are happy to assist. If let's say that our HRGA is not just about HR saja. Kalau kata nak datang sembang, nak tanya Cik Lee, ni peluang ni macam mana, nak kena dapatkan macam mana, kawan-kawan pun ada network juga. So you just come. We are happy to assist. No problem. Selagi kita boleh assist ataupun help kawan-kawan yang nak you want to listen to experience ke, nak cerita ke apa, just come. No problem lah. Kita tak ada counselling ke whatsoever, but yalah, at least kawan-kawan yang ada experience, macam yang pernah experience kat KKM, yang pernah experience kat private hospital, so we can share our knowledge, we can sembang-sembang santai, sesi kopi or nasi lemak kopi or ke, sesi kopi ke, we can do that, no problem. But as of now, saya stop di sini dulu. Thank you so much. I'm signing off. Okay, kita akan jumpa lagi insyaAllah dalam sesi yang lain. Thank you very much to all the 50, dah sekarang 48 participant tadi, 55, for your attention, for your time. InsyaAllah kita akan bersua lagi lah di sesi yang akan datang, dan saya serahkan balik kepada Miss Chairperson kita, Sister Hikmah.
Okay, thank you to Brother Nazir bin Abdul Aziz for the talk. Hopefully all of us can get benefit from this talk. With that, we end our talk with Tasbih, Kifara and Surah Wal As. Thank you.